Hey, what's up? How are you today? This is Trigger, and I've got a Loki gameplay for you. Now, I typically don't do this too much. I usually use the Helo Scout, and I find it kind of funny that the Helo pilot outdoes the Loki any day. And so, I don't know. I think it's kind of funny. I think it's kind of strange. I think they really sort of nerfed the Loki as it is. I don't know if any of you have really seen the G.I. Joe movie that came out. I think it's the second one that came out, but it has what we see here as the Loki satellite that drops the rods, the full rods, the mini rods. I guess they go like 700 some miles a second or something like that. So they're extremely fast, and when they hit, they pretty much level a city. So these little rods and these large rods that are dropping are just, they're not that powerful. They're extremely non-lethal in comparison to what the real thing is. So I think it's kind of funny. That's why I typically don't run this. But this is an older video, and I didn't know that I did not put it out. But for some of my clan that is playing, and some of them aren't playing, this has CDOMs in it, which is one of our old clan buddies that hasn't been on for some time. But he's in it, and most of the Crow clan is in it too. And I think I played this very tactical. I think there was a couple times that I sort of just waited it out a little bit because I wasn't used to going this high of a streak. I'm not typically a Moab player. I don't typically go for that stuff. It sort of frustrates me to try to go for that. I tried that in Modern Warfare 3, and I got close so many times but never could quite get it. It's always that kind of elusive thing that, I got 1 point away, with hardline, or 1 point away without hardline, and it just drove me nuts. So all that Moab stuff, the tactical nukes, some other people can really get that. You could play all day long. I typically don't. I don't know. I like to kind of be sharp when I'm playing a game like this, to try to have my reflexes and accuracy, and be able to do well, especially since I'm playing for a team. If I was just playing solo, I wouldn't probably care, but since I'm playing for a team, I want to try to be as sharp as possible. So I just play for maybe 2 to 4 hours, I guess around that time. Now I do, but it's just something I don't typically go for, and I don't feel like it's a really valid score streak to even use. I feel like it's completely worthless, because by the time you drop the rod, the guy can just run away and he's gone. And unless you have a good idea as to where they're going to go and guess it right, they don't deviate from that plan, you can get them with the rods. I mean, you do get a Juggernaut, which is kind of a good extra bonus. I think without the Juggernaut, that score streak, that Loki score streak, would be completely worthless, because you get 1 or 2 kills after getting 16 some kills, or I can't remember the score streak anymore because I don't use it, but this is an older video. But I figured I'd put it out there because I'm trying to put up as many videos as I can. So far I've been able to do one a day, so I've been able to stay fairly active right now, and I'm probably going to be able to do that. So yeah, this is probably my last Loki that I've gotten as far as video goes. I need to, and like there, I thought there was it was a dead guy. There's no need to shoot the dead guys, but I thought there was somebody there. But as far as the Loki videos go, I'm not going to be doing Loki anymore. It's just totally pointless. It's completely worthless. And the game developers that made this game should be ashamed of themselves. They should stick their head in the hole and say, well, that was our big mess up, and we're sorry. Do something. Maybe, maybe buff it a little bit. I typically don't like to, call out nerfing things, and I don't really like to do that. I think too many things get nerfed, and then every gun is practically the same. Just if everybody just wants it that way, just build a game like that where every gun's the same. Every assault rifle shoots the same amount of damage, just looks different. Every sniper rifle shoots the same kind of damage, they just look different. Just do that. If people are going to complain so much, I mean, either that or stop complaining. But seriously, one or the other. It's sort of annoying, and I think that's another reason why people are getting turned off from the game, because there's so much complaining. And I guess it kind of makes sense in a game of death. You're trying to survive and you get killed, you're going to probably complain. But yeah, I mean, I'm not typically that great with a Loki. I think if I played it a lot more, it might be a little better. but you know, even then, I still think that the blast radius should be a lot bigger, seeing as how it takes time for those rods to come down. I mean, if you're out of space, it doesn't, you know, it's going super fast, but, you know, in-game it seems slow. But even then, like, some of these rods should just kill a guy outright, you know, and just maybe level some buildings and stuff. I think that would be a really cool thing to do, you know, if they did that, if they, you know, buffed it. Maybe put it up a couple more kill points, too, you know, just to make it kind of like realistic, a little more realistic. I know it's a game, but everybody's trying to play this, and you know, they want it to look more realistic, feel more realistic. Well, make the Loki feel a little more realistic. You know, we're in a virtual world, so why not? So anyways, that's my little spiel. I wanted to talk about that, but yeah, so you got to see the Loki. It's probably my last Loki. I'm just gonna stick to more Helo pilot footage. You know, once I'm done with that, you know, I've got, you know, clan stuff, you know, clan videos I'll be putting out and stuff. So, you know, be on a watch for those. I probably will get the next Advanced Warfare game. You know, still waiting on the next capture card, because so far mine is just not working right now. I'm not sure why, but it's not working. But I still have all these videos that I can put up, and I'm going to be doing those until I get the next Advanced Warfare. So, yeah. Well, just, I think I'll be done talking right now. I got nothing left to say. I'll let you watch the rest of the video, and have a good day.
I'm taking fire over here!
Friendly SATCOM active. Mission accomplished. A good day's work.